In an earlier video, we were talking about the various views that you get in PowerPoint. And we were looking at the fact that on the View tab in the ribbon, you've got Presentation Views, and these include Normal, Reading View, Slide Sorter, and we're about to look at the Slideshow View. Now, the Slideshow View doesn't appear on the View tab, which is possibly a bit odd to yourself. Where it is, it's under Slideshow in the ribbon. When you go to the Slideshow tab in the ribbon, you will see Start Slideshow. And you can start the slideshow from the beginning, from the current slide, and some other options as well. But let's just focus also on this button down here on our status bar. The fourth button is called Slideshow. So let's run the slideshow. When you run the slideshow, this is what you'll see. The idea is that this is what the audience will be presented with when you run your slideshow. If you press the key in, you'll go the next slide. And again, you'll go the next slide. And so I use the key in on my keyboard to move to the next slide. You can, of course, just click or press enter, and that will also move you to the next slide. But why I like the N key is it reminds me about the P key. The P key means previous, so when I press the key that has got a P on it, I'll go to my previous slide, and my previous slide, and my previous slide. So if somebody asks you to go back, you just hit P, and when you're ready to move forward, you just hit N. Now, because the audience may have handouts, they may ask you to go to a particular slide. For example, if I want to go to slide 6, I'll press 6 and enter on my keyboard, and I'm actually on slide 6. If I've started my presentation and I've only gone for a very short time and somebody or a few people walk in the door, I might decide to start my presentation again. And so to do that, I'd go 1, enter, and that would take me back to slide 1. If somebody wants to talk at a sign of respect, what we tend to do is take the focus away from our presentation and let the person talk. To take the focus away from your presentation, press the key B. The key B will give you a black screen. When the person is finished talking and you wish to return to your presentation, simply press the B key again. If you're against a white wall, you might want to press W to go to white. And when you press W again, you'll unwhite your screen. So as a sign of respect, take away the focus from your presentation and put the focus on the person who wants to talk by either going to a black screen or a white screen. Now, the other thing you can do, if I just go next to a particular slide, is you can also turn on a pen or some sort of drawing device. If I go Control P, my mouse will now appear as a pen. Well, it appears as a red dot, as you can see me moving around here under the number 2. It's a red dot, which allows you to draw as if it was a pen. So I might decide to tick this option, and then cross this option. I might decide to cross out certain words, and I might decide to underline or circle certain statements. I might decide to put exclamation marks, and so on and so forth. So you can draw. You can draw options, and I'm just drawing again, and then you can cross things out. To get rid of the drawing, you simply press the key E, and that will erase what you've drawn. If you want to go out of using a pen and back to using an arrow, Control A is an arrow, and notice my mouse pointer has just turned into an arrow. So you've got Control P for a pen and Control A for an arrow. Something else that you can do is if you decide that the nerves have got the better of you, you might decide to just right click. If you right click, you can do all of those things we just did with shortcut keys. You can go to the next slide and the previous slide. You can even go to the slide you last viewed. You can see all slides. You can even zoom in, and you can put your screen to a black screen or a white screen. You can change your pointer from being a pen to actually being a highlighter or a laser pointer, and you can even change the ink color. And if you wish to end the show, you've got that option too. So as you can tell in your notes, there's a variety of keys that you can use. B for black and unblack, W for white and unwhite. But if you're nervous and you completely forget the keys, just remember that you can easily right-click and choose an option in here. If I press the escape key, that will escape the slideshow and take me back to the normal view. So slideshow view is very important. That's the presentation the audience will ultimately see.